Sorry, not sorry. That's what that means. That's
concentrate for the crowd though. They come, all of them they come that side. They need to change that.
we're done. Girls trip is over. I'm not going to
Really enjoyed myself, which is more reason why I'm going to do this expressive face. Now you get it. Okay, everyone is not supposed to be a YouTuber, so my channel is not growing. I feel like I've been telling so much accounting stories here. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the first time, I am Maddie and I am a Nigerian and I'm practicing as a nurse in the UK. Thank you for stopping by, and you might as well just subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for sticking with me. I cannot emphasize how much I love you. Yeah, if you notice, I'm just holding my mic here. You guys, I cannot tell you how many times I have tried to film this video. One thing or the other keeps happening. So recently I've just come back from a girls trip. So one thing I want to tell you guys, I forgot my clip. Like this mic comes like with a clip that I used to hold it here, if you notice in my other videos. So I noticed that the clip wasn't here when I got back from my trip. Apparently I lost it while having fun. I cannot hold this like this. Well, I can, but it's not nice for me. So this is what I'm going to do. So this is like a hand sanitizer that they give us at work to prevent spread of infection. This one is finished, so I have to get a new one from work, but then it usually comes with a clip like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off this clip. I'm going to take off this black bit here because I don't need it, and then I'm just going to like try to improvise. So this is what I'm going to do. It's funny, but should work. And then I'm going to just clip this to my dress. Yeah, that's sorted. Now let's carry on. So now the mic is sorted. Initially lightning was bad, mic was bad, but now mic is sorted, hopefully, but I'm going to have to listen to this and see if the sound is good because of the way it's now positioned. It's not supposed to be touching my dress, it's supposed to actually stand like this. Yeah, so I'm going to have to listen to be sure that the sound is clear. Okay, now that's that sorted. This is one of the reasons why I've not done this video since, and aside that, I have been, you know, going through this phase. You know, there's this thing called post vacation depression. Like, I'm literally going through it, you know, having to come back to work, not having anything to look forward to, because at least for the past 2 months I've been looking forward to this vacation, shopping for it, planning for it. We're going through its ups and downs, but now I haven't got anything like that to do. It's just work, and like it's stressful. Like, I've been having this urge to shop for something, buy something. If you're following me on Instagram, you see where I said I need to get a new hair. Actually, I do need to get a new hair, but like I just feel like it's all part of it. Like I'm just eager to have something to look forward to, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, so that's all I've been, you know, going through. Also my YouTube channel, the growth has been somehow, like my last video didn't get up to 100 views and it really got to me. I felt really bad, but I've been able to come out from that mood from, you know, watching other upcoming YouTubers. Like, it's not easy. Like, YouTube is a different platform. It's not like Instagram where you have family and friends who are always there. You know, YouTube is different sort of, and it takes time. So I'm going to be kind to myself. If my video is not getting enough views, I'm just going to look at what's happening, what am I doing wrong, and you know, what do people enjoy most. You know, I was really sad. I was just looking at the video, and like one day 60 something views. I was like, okay, I wasn't happy about that. But I think what has helped me is that I like go online, you know, watch different YouTubers. I see that, you know, some people actually go through the same thing. It's not just the me thing. Like, it happens to people who even got more subscribers than I have. So who am I? I'm just okay. I was like, okay, let me just carry on. And also I like to watch people that I enjoy their videos. It just gives me like, okay, I'm learning new things, let me add this, you know, let me do something like this. I love Mary Collette. I just discovered her because I watched Dilemma. I'm like a huge fan of African magic series. Ajoche, Jimeji. Last year was no, how can I forget? Last year was Enake, and was the gosh, no, I loved it. Rihanna. Yes, Rihanna. I keep forgetting the names, but I think it's Rihanna. I enjoyed it so much. I used to watch it at home, but now I watch on Showmax. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of African magic. So I discovered Mary Collette. She's acting as Salma on Dilemma. I love her, but she's not my favorite on the show, but I love her acting skills. So I also found her on YouTube, and since then, like, I love her content. I feel like it's so real. So like I watch her most of the time when I feel down. I also watch some other nurse YouTubers, Nurse Dale. Yeah, it just makes me feel like, okay, it's not so bad, let's get there, you know. But yeah, this is what I do to, you know, beat myself out of this sadness that my channel is not growing. But another thing I've done for myself is I'm not going to, you know, keep investing in something that's not mine. Yeah, everyone is not supposed to be a YouTuber. So the thing is, I've always wanted to try this out, so I'm going to do it, which I'm doing now. But I'm going to give myself a time frame. So if this is not working until this time, then maybe it's not for me. I mean, I have to be honest to myself, tell myself the hard truth. Maybe it's not for me. You might notice that my face is a little bit puffy this morning. This is because I've just come back from a night shift, and this is like 12 p.m. 12 noon. So I just had my sleep, and yeah, this is my sleep voice. I woke up like this. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now getting on today's main reason why I'm doing this video, I wanted to tell you guys about the trip entirely, how it has been, you know, what it feels like to actually be on a girls trip. For me, I loved it. I know people come here and say that girls trip can be trashy sometimes, but I just think it depends on the people you went with on the trip. For me, this trip was lovely for me because I think the people I worked with on the street were really mature. I mean, no one was throwing tantrums, even when plans didn't work out, even when we were tired. I mean, everyone just tries to be so matured. If someone is feeling bad, I think I just went with the most set of matured girls, and I enjoyed myself, even when they were not really feeling it, but because everyone is involved, they just try to calm down. So that alone just, you know, made me enjoy it. Another thing is, these girls, like, they went all out for me from my YouTube channel. I didn't expect it, you know. I was expecting them to feel like I was bugging them with YouTube, but then they were just so interested. I was surprised, and they were just so helpful, you know. Even when I think at the point my phone storage got filled up, I couldn't film anything, you know. They all like started using their phones to film stuff on landscape, you know. I felt like, oh, that's like, so I can actually use some of the video clips from their video, you know. I just felt really, really loved and supported on this trip, you know. And they were also cooperative. They were also like, I like, you know, I mean, Ezine at some point, she's like, I like your accent. You know, a lot of girls will say that. I was like, oh, like, no, this trip was it for me. The people in it, the trip itself, I really enjoyed myself, which is more reason why I'm going to do this depressive phase. Now you get it. Okay, so I wanted to also tell you guys about how much this trip actually cost us. Okay. Well, the trip is not expensive. I mean, because it's local, so we're traveling like we didn't have to book any plane ticket. Even we didn't have to use a train, because we actually spent so much this period. Initially, our plan wasn't to have this trip in the hold on, I'm going to listen to this video just to make sure that it's not making unnecessary sound before I carry on. Yeah, so I checked and it's fine. So let's carry on. So this trip, initially, our plan wasn't to actually, you know, have a local trip. We initially wanted to go to another country for the trip, yeah. But at some point, a lot of things happened. You know how trips are when you're planning a trip. But first, before I carry on, I want to give it out to Chimamaka Mimi. She actually pioneered this trip. She thought of it, she created the group, she like talked everybody into being interested, and then she executed the plan so perfectly. Like, I give it to her. She's so persuasive and she doesn't give up easily, and I think that's one thing that made this trip really fun. Like I told you before, we're not supposed to actually have a local girls trip. We're supposed to actually go away from the UK, like an overseas trip, but a lot of things happened here and there, you know. We got really heartbroken, you know how girls trips are, you know how normal trips are, something always comes up. So that was how that one happened, and we're all really sad, but then at the end of the day, we were well compensated by the agency. It was an agency that was booking it, so a lot happened, but we were well compensated, so don't feel sorry for us. Yeah, okay, all right, so back to the G. So Mimi, like, she had to carry this all through, and then when at some point, you know, we all got upset, and then we started saying some things which hurt her feelings. Though I like called her on phone, and she was like, I'm not really happy the way everyone is making this look. It wasn't my fault. I totally understood her grievances, so I like tried to calm her down. I apologized for my own part because I wasn't a saint, yeah, in the whole thing. So I apologized for my own part, and then another thing that happened was that I was like, okay, so this trip is not going to work. What are we going to do? We all took our annual leave. We're not just going to sit at home and feel sorry for ourselves. It's not our fault that this thing happened. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, let's just do a local trip. I mean, let's just explore the UK, where it's a beautiful place. Forget the cold weather and everything. Yeah, she was like, yeah, that a colleague told her about Turkey. So that was how Turkey came into the gist. I was like, okay. She was like, okay, go to the group and tell them, because I'm tired of trying to convince everybody. I understood her. So I went to the group. I dropped it. Some people agreed, some people didn't, but then at the end of the day, Mimi was like, okay, there's this place Turkey, and then she sent us a site where we can actually book the trip. So everybody looked at it and like, okay, let's just try this. It wasn't as expensive as overseas trip. Okay, so now that is how we actually came to decide that we're going to Turkey. Now I'm going to tell you guys how we finally booked everything. So for the Turkey trip, Mimi dropped a booking.com link. So we went on booking.com and we saw different hotels. So we decided to choose Livermead Cliff Hotel. Livermead Cliff Hotel is like beside a very big beach. We all agreed to go with Livermead Cliff Hotel, and then we checked their price. Their price was £1,600 for 4 nights for 6 people, and we're actually 6, so it was the perfect deal for us. So they were given 2 rooms with 3 bedrooms. Yeah, so 2 rooms, each room has a double bed and a single bed. A double bed can be used by 2 people, 2 adults, and a single bed by 1 adult. So 2 rooms that can accommodate 3 people in each room, and each room cost £800. So we split the £800 between the 3 of us, so it was giving us £266 each. So that was how much we all paid for the hotel. And yeah, and yeah, it's just for the hotel really. And then we started shopping. If you're like me who shops a lot, I spent about £200 shopping. I didn't wear everything I shopped. It happens. But if you're not like me, it's just a local vacation and it's just 4 nights, and if you know how to plan yourself, you don't I got that from my mom. Don't look at me like that. My mom shops a lot, so I try to even, you know, shop in moderation. You should see my mom. She's crazy. Okay, so I spent about £200. So for me, that's about £466 now. Yeah, for shopping and hotel booking. That's for me. And I know that others might not have shopped up to, so just let's say keep it between 100 and 200. If you're not a big shopper, then 100. Yeah, if you're like very indecisive like me, make it 200. The next thing was transportation. For transportation, we checked it. We're like, because what I did tell you that we already, you know, paid for the overseas trip, plane tickets, everything. So we like already spent so much. So we're like, why spend more? Why go with train when the coach was okay? So coach cost us, I think, for me it was £40. Some people go at £38. It depends on how early you were able to book. I can't really remember, but it was about that, £38 to £40 for return tickets with a coach. So yeah, that I'm not good at math. Just give me some time. So that, let's say £38 plus 466 for me. So 6 plus 8 is wait, what? 6 plus 8. What's 6 plus 8? 14. 14. 6 plus 3 is 9. Easy one. 9 plus 1, 10. 0. And £504. That's for how much I've spent so far with transportation, shopping, and hotel booking. Yeah, £504. Okay, so one thing I didn't like about the hotel, I'm giving this just like a short review. The hotel was lovely. The staff were so friendly and accommodating and ready to, you know, show you around and everything, which I really loved about the hotel. The hotel is not the most modern hotel you see, so if you're looking for like a 5-star hotel, that's not for you. Yeah, if you're not about the flashy things of life, if you're not about how luxurious something looks, and you just like to enjoy nature, then that is for you, because it has a very beautiful view, and it's not the most modern hotel, definitely. Let's just leave it there. So yeah, the hotel, that's one thing I'll say about the hotel. But the staff, they were really nice. Then another thing that I didn't like about the hotel, when we made the bookings, they wrote that we get breakfast from 9 to 11. Well, there was a time range for breakfast, so we felt that the breakfast was included in the hotel deal. Like when they were leaving, they told us that we had to pay £54 each for the 3 nights, because we didn't 3 days, because we didn't have breakfast the first night. We arrived on the 22nd, so we had 23rd breakfast, 24th breakfast, 25th breakfast, and 26th, definitely. Yeah, so it's 4 breakfasts. So we're asked to pay £54. So I'm really confused. Like, I thought this was supposed to be part of the bill. Like, no. Well, I feel like they do this. It's not like they do not know that their clients don't know that they're not supposed to pay. I feel like this has happened several times, and I feel like they should do better. Like, they should tell people that this is not inclusive and make it more clear, because when we were paying, we're not very happy. And then it's not like if £54 we couldn't pay £54 for a meal, we could, but if we were told that it wasn't part of the deal, I mean, it will make you understand better that, because even the first day I didn't eat, because I was really sad. My phone was acting up and I was trying to capture our breakfast, so I didn't even have time to eat, so that wasn't even inclusive. But then if I knew I was paying, because I was hungry later that day, I had to get food, but if I knew I was paying, I would have focused on my food. I mean, but they didn't tell us that. So like, if I knew I was paying extra, because I mean, I already paid for the hotel. So yeah, but then when we were explaining to her, she said that she's so sorry that she's the one who always has to break it to the clients that you have to pay extra. But if they know that people are not aware, why not make it your breakfast you have to pay when you're leaving? I mean, that's simple. It's more like being more transparent, don't you? You get me? So like, I didn't like that part of this trip, but every other thing was nice. The staff, they were nice. It's not the most modern hotel. I think the most funny part was when we tried to get on the elevator. She was like, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, because when we got in, Mimi was really scared, but she didn't want to talk. It was after the event that she was talking. When we got on, she was like, look, the elevator is not gonna work, so wait for me to shout before you press it. Like, what? So when we got on, waiting for us to scream, go, and then we press. So it was just really weird. So like, I think they need like a facelift. They need to do a lot of renovations. I mean, definitely. Okay, so that's done. So now, I think the £54 that I spent for breakfast, because I was served breakfast on the strip, adding the £54 to 500 is £558 altogether that I spent. And then I've not included the boat cruise, everything that we did on the trip, the shots that we had, drinks, food outside this breakfast, and every other thing. So just roughly, I know it's more than £100, but roughly just say it's 100. So that's like £658 now. Yeah. So that's everything that I think that's everything really, if I just put it there, because there's nothing else. So yeah, basically, so I spent roughly £658. So if you are going on a local trip and you're not like a big shopper like me, and you're not big on food as well, I will advise that you do all the sightseeing. I don't even think we did enough. So this was actually our first trip, so like, we're like newbies to it, so we're going to do a lot more on our next trip. So yes, you should explore any city that you go in. So if you're going, just let's say £600, not too bad if you're not a big shopper like me. But if you're a big shopper like me, just keep £700 for everything: food, transportation, hotel. When you compare it to traveling out of the country, it's a lot. Well, it might not be if you're going to a country whose currency is less than pounds, so you have to like exchange your pound, and it might be a lot cheaper. So if I'm spending 100 in UK, you might not spend up to 100 outside UK if the currency is lower, if you get what I mean. So yeah, like, all that is just how much we spent on this trip. And yeah. I feel like I've been telling so much. accounting stories here. All right, so that's that. Well, now I'm just going to tell you guys how we got back. So we went to club, we had some shots, had more alcohol. I had a lot of alcohol in my system on this trip. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I was drinking whenever they say let's have a shot, I'm like, yay. I usually don't drink, but I just wanted to really enjoy myself on this trip. I wanted to like get involved in every single thing. Don't look at this. I got my lunch. I have not had anything, but I wanted to film this before the sun goes down. Yeah, so that's it. So when we came back from on Friday, we stopped at Mimi's place. Mimi is our London host. She's like a London girl. So like we stopped over at Mimi's place, went to the club that night, checked some booties, had some fun. After that, we went back to Mimi's place, and the next day I left. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for coming back. So if you're seeing my face for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe on my channel, like, comment, tell me your thoughts on the girls trip. What have your experience been? Have you been on a girls trip? Are you planning to go on one? What are your questions? What are your doubts? What are your suggestions? If I'm going on the next one, what would you suggest for me to do better this time? Just drop your comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye. We're out in London, but the first place we stopped at is freaking closed. They're closed. That's that. We fucking booked, and now they're telling us they're closed.
Public. It's bank holiday.
It's a bank fucking weekend, and they're closed. Who does that? Sorry, not sorry. That's what that means. That's not sorry. That's sorry, not sorry. Because you can't be sorry. I know that. Our cab is here finally. We're going to somewhere else. As my girls are heading in. Yeah. This is me. Ooh. Going, girls. Moving. I'm not that small. Location. Ruby Lounge. I don't know the street it is. Oh, it says Ruby Street, and that's Mimi stepping up. Cause whatever happens, we leave it in the hands of God. Content. Enough Mimi explanation. Mimi so good.
No. He looks like everything. Everything he's wearing. Yes, he looks clean. It's so all of them doing it. It's just fun. Look at you. Oh. I'm telling you, go. Just they come, they eye, they go. One talk to me. Go see another person, they go their fast. No, just so many ideas. They don't want to concentrate for the crowd, though. They come, all of them, they come that side. They need to teach that TJ how to play music. Hey, no, they're actually playing from CD.
Well done. Girls trip is over. I'm going to go see.